Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm your host D.dae, bringing you Enigmatica 2 Expert Endgame. If you're enjoying the content, please hit a like, subscribe to see more videos, and most importantly, leave a comment. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Okay, so the next thing that I want to work on is I was planning on originally doing a system to automatically make TerraSteel, but I'm not 100% confident and I'm super not organized with the episode today. So instead of doing my idea of how to automate TerraSteel, I'm just going to jump forward and work on the fusion crafting core today. Just because I don't want to do a 30-minute episode of me automating TerraSteel, and then at the end of the episode my idea didn't work. So then that'd be a completely pointless episode to watch. I don't know if it's entertaining, but it for sure would not be informative. It wouldn't help anyone searching on YouTube, for example, on how to automate TerraSteel and then get to the end and it not work. That would be terrible. So let's work on the crafting core. Space station. Go to the space station. Hopefully my Emmy system will load this time. Yes, it did. Okay, so let me touch base on this real quick. In between episodes, I updated the Advanced Carpenter. Since it takes multiple fluids, I decided to make a Emmy fluid terminal. I made this guy. I put it right here. As you can see, I have 310 buckets of primal mana in the system and 61 buckets of liquid DNA in the system. So I added this, a fluid terminal. Then I also added this, another Emmy drive, and inside it has one 256K fluid storage cell so that I can store 5 different fluids on that one. So then also, let me switch to my spacesuit. Then also over here, what I did was I added an Emmy fluid import bus, which needs a channel on the ender tank for the primal mana that we have making over here. Then I also dropped the other ender tank from liquid DNA that was over at the machine. I dropped it here and I put Emmy fluid import bus on that as well. So in this is 2 channels, 2 Emmy fluid import buses, both the liquid DNA from the end and the primal mana from right here being imported into the system. That's how I got the buckets worth inside the Emmy system. One extra thing that I did, this thing also needs a challenge, I decided to tack it over here on the end of these, is an Emmy fluid autofiller. I made this guy, you attach it, you give it a channel, and what it does is it gives your Emmy system the ability to make buckets of any fluid that is in the Emmy system. So since I'm importing the primal mana and I'm importing the liquid DNA, now if I go bucket, it will also give me liquid DNA bucket and it'll also give me primal mana bucket. I can craft these now because of this, because of the Emmy fluid autofiller. Then over here, instead of making a whole bunch of different advanced carpenters, it is a carpenter, right? Yeah, advanced carpenters. What I did is I changed this in the back a little bit differently. Now instead of the Emmy system putting items directly into the back of the item output, I have it going into an iron chest. So there's a little buffer space, right? The pattern, I changed the pattern to include, see, it creates 1 bucket, which is an empty bucket, and 2 ludicrite blocks with, and then I doubled the entire recipe because it's 500 millibuckets per recipe. So since it buckets in 1000 millibuckets, the rest of the pattern has to be doubled. So 2 ender amethyst, 2 plutonium blocks, 1 liquid DNA bucket, which the system now can make, 2 alumite ingots, 2 blocks of elementium, 2 blaze mesh, and 4 blocks of enderium. So the output to make the pattern finish in the system, creates 1 bucket, which is an empty one because it gives you the bucket back, and 2 ludicrite blocks. So this is now matched. Same thing with the Wyvern cores. 1 bucket and 2 Wyvern cores, and then I doubled it, 2 palladiums, 6 draconic cores, 2 shulker shells, 2 nether stars, 1 primal mana bucket needs to be added to the recipe, 4 ludicrite ingots. So what happens is all of those items gets pumped into here, right? Then I have this guy, extract, into the reinforced item input, insert. I have an advanced item filter with a blacklist for the buckets, which is primal mana. I put water in here as well, and liquid DNA, blacklist. So the bucket does not go in here because it is an item holding a fluid, but it is an item. Then over here on this other side, I have extract on brown, and it's being inserted on brown with a filter of a blacklist of the draconic cores, because draconic cores can be put into a fluid transposer. So it has to be blacklisted or else it'll go in here instead of over there. So output brown, input brown with filter with a fluid transposer. Of course it has power. You have to configure this guy. I put the fluid that it makes outputting out the bottom, and then both the input and the output item gets pumped out the side. So the input item is the bucket with the fluid gets put in, then it's set to empty. So it empties the bucket, puts it in here, and then the bucket comes here and immediately gets extracted on green and back into the Emmy interface, or back into the Emmy system with the Emmy interface on insert on green, and that fulfills the bucket recipe, cycling the bucket. Then yeah, I have it configured. The fluid here, yellow, is outputting out the bottom. So then I have extract and insert into the normal fluid input hatch. So I have that, and it works, and it works well, and it doesn't look half bad. Like, I was worried it was going to look clunky in the back. So now I can do recipes as long as I do the math manually correct with buckets to materials. I only need 1 carpenter, because water buckets we can make with mystical agriculture. So I did not need to pump water into the Emmy system, because water buckets can be made by crafting recipe. So that was pretty cool. I was actually pretty impressed with how easy that was to make. Then over here, I'm pretty sure you noticed now that I flew by, I cleaned up this setup. It drove me crazy. It took me another hour to make this work, but pretty much I realized that there was redundancy with the hydrogen and also with the water. Like, one machine requires water, but then later down the line, one of the machines, the byproduct, makes water. And then, of course, at the beginning of the phase, 2 of the machines require liquid hydrogen, and one of the machines has a byproduct of liquid hydrogen. So I ended up doing this instead. I put all of the machines in order that they're needed in a row. And then I knew that with Ender Fluid, the Ender Fluid conduits, you can put filters in them, and you can drag the fluid into the filter to make sure which one goes where. So I'll go over this really fast. In the back, of course, I have 1 ME cable going, 1 channel. I don't know why it's saying 0 out of 8 channels, but it's sending the boron. I don't think I went over the 8 channels, but yeah, it needs 1 channel. 1 channel, ME export bus for the boron. The boron gets melted, of course, and makes one of the liquids required in this setup. The other one is the dense nitrogen collector, which it just needs to be sitting next to it for it to feed nitrogen in to the chemical reactor. And then I have the filter here with a whitelist, and I dragged the 2 that I want in this setup here. so that I have that, the boron, I have boron and hydrogen making diboron. Again, basic fluid filter, I dragged the ones I wanted, whitelist, dragged them in here, and then did the same thing, water diboron, ammonia, boric acid, and then that gets mixed here and becomes the fluoride borite solution. And here, yeah, like I tested it a couple of times. I just let it get stuck at the stack because I don't want it continuously working and filling in my Emmy system with cubic boron nitride. I'm pretty sure we have more than enough now for the end game. One thing that I did do that I originally was hoping not to do, like, because he's self-sufficiency, I was hoping it could make enough liquid hydrogen to feed the previous machines and enough water to feed that previous machine. Both aren't the case. You need to do additional liquid hydrogen to feed the two machines, which it's these two here. They require the liquid hydrogen, which the way I have it is I kept using the electrolyzer, still have it going into the fluid router, and then I have selected, you know, the directions and the color. Hydrogen goes red, the deuterium goes into green, and the oxygen goes through white, which white is on top, green is on the side. They're both going into a trash can fluid so that the system doesn't stop when it fills up with those two fluids. Then only the hydrogen coming out the right, I have it feeding down here into the two machines that need hydrogen, and then that's good and done. Also, the water had to be supplemented. So, like, yeah, I made an infinite water source and put that because it'll feed water into this machine just by touching it. It doesn't need a pipe or anything like that. And then I also have an extract of the water going into the one machine that needs additional water, which is the chemical reactor here, getting fed with additional water. Because the water that's that gets repurposed through the top filters, I have it also set to water, and it pulls out the water. It's not enough to keep this machine running and this setup running. The liquid hydrogen supplemented by this machine makes this system run with enough liquid hydrogen, plus the repurposing. I have it sending up top as well. I realized the sink, it transfers water too fast. So this one ends up getting slammed full of water, which backs up into the other machine's byproduct and then makes the system stop because there's too much water in the system. So that's why I made the basic infinite water source. It makes just a little bit of water, and just that little bit of water is enough to keep this system from getting clogged with the byproduct of water down the line right here. So as long as the Emmy import bus is online, which it's probably online because I miscounted somewhere along the line with the channels. I could have sworn it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I thought this one was 8. But I might have been wrong, counting somewhere along the line. I might have goofed somewhere. But I made it look a lot cleaner. It looks a lot nicer now doing this. Okay, so the next episode, maybe this next episode, or this episode right now, and the next episode are probably going to be like a part 1, part 2 on the fusion. I went ahead and I resummoned the Ender Dragon and let him spit fire on the ground a couple of times. I grabbed some Dragon's Breath because I knew that's what I was going to need for the fusion crafting core. So let's see. It also... Okay, Wyvern core, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It needs a whole 20 pedestals, which we don't have. I think we have 16 right now, so we need to make more pedestals. Alright, so I need black iron ingots, I need blocks of black iron, and I need black iron slates. Black iron I need blocks. I need ingots. So let's make 100. Sound good? Yeah. And then I need these guys as well. Let's make 10. And then I'm noticing Twitch chat. Coot, hey, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Let's see, we need the black iron slates. Those are the 10. And then let's head over to where I have the kinda sorta temporary, permanent slash temporary liquefacted coal. I never knew to notice that it says liquefacted. I always said liquidated. Okay, so here we need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need, what is that, 12? Which, oh, we already have. Okay. So let's see. I'll put these back in, and I'll put the dragon's breath in that I went and got. This guy's going to, I think I have more than enough. 22 buckets should be enough to make these pedestals. So we're making the pedestals there, the extra ones we need. This one I only need to craft this once, so I'm not going to, what's it called? I'm not going to make a crafting recipe or anything, because I only need one. So the very first thing that I noticed what we needed was this ender star here, and that's what needs dragon's breath. And that dragon's breath, the way you get it is you make a glass jar. Glass bottle. You make a glass bottle or a bunch of them, and when you fight the ender dragon, he sometimes spits purple dragon's breath onto the ground, and when it hits the ground it continues to burn. You have to go fly over with the glass bottle. You have to right click the ground, and it sometimes gives you dragon's breath, not all the times. Sometimes if you miss, it'll give you bottles of ender air, because it's the air in the end, I guess. It's kind of silly. So let's make that one. Let's see, now this here, we make 1 of those. The next one is another star, so we'll just pull that one right out there. The next thing is an iridium reinforced plate. Okay, we got that. And we need a Mirian block. Let's see if we still have some. We do not. Let's make 100. Which I just noticed, Mirian requires Terra Steel. That's why I don't have any Terra Steel. I've been making too much Mirian. I've been too happy with clicking the Autocraft button on Mirian. I should have cooled it. Now that's why I burnt out my entire Terra Steel. So let's see. I don't need 100, so let me cancel that one then. It probably sent it all in there. 2. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna work on automating Terra Steel anyway. Mirian. And let's make 1 block real quick. And then Osmiridium. Let's make Osmiridium. Yep, we got 1 here. And I'm doing pretty good, Coot. I'm glad you asked. Let's see, we need Osgoglass, which we don't have. Let's make 100 of that. What are the, yeah, we have more than enough of this stuff. Osgoglass. We need, we need an Empowerer, which we should be able to repurpose the, let's see, the Osgoglasses. Looks like it's being sent to the Emmy export bus that I have making primal mana. Let me see if I can snag some. Five. 8, and there we go. Okay, that was a little tricky. There we go. The rest can be made into primal mana. We needed the Empowerer. Empower. Yeah, we can repurpose it now that we're not using it anymore. We need a fusion core. Wow, that's expensive. Which I don't have any of the stuff for it, really. Quispy Games, thank you so much for the follow. Magnesium diboride, I need these. I need tough alloys. Tough alloy. 100 for a boron and lithium. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need them down the line. When, Coot, you know that guy? Cool. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need tough alloys for the ultimate ingot. Let's see. Did it go sideways? Nope. Magnesium diboride. Oh, vertical. Got it. Wait, what? Like this? Wait, what? Magnesium diboride alloy, tough alloy. Oh. Have I not made these yet? Magnesium? Oh. So let's just make 10 of these just to be safe. Let's go. So I don't need tough alloys. They both look identical. There we go. Magnesium diboride. Elite plating. Oh, chemical reactors. Do I have that one? Ooh, do I? Yes. Okay, that makes it a little easier. I have it on patterns. Cool. Let me just pull those out, just in case the system does not like me adding it. Elite plating. Plating. That's advanced. Elite, I need 4. Okie dokie. And then that should be it. As soon as these elite platings come through. Let me hit cancel on the Osco glass. This is what I've noticed on when I'm making stuff in my ME system, the uranium-238. I need to add speed upgrades to this specific machine because a lot of times when I look, everything is standing still because this machine makes the uranium-238 a little bit too slow. It's too bad it doesn't do 238 and tiny clumps of 238. So then I could double up, but I mean... Oh, and I don't have the machine chassis. The machine chassis. I think the achievement for it even says the S is silent. There we go, fusion core. Osco glass. Okay, I think... Okay, now I need the environmental, all of the environmental tech, plus a block of crystalline. So let me do or nah, did I misspell it? I always misspell that word. So I need a litherite. I need an iridium. I need an athium. I need an ionite. A chironite. And I don't need mica. And I need palladium. And I need crystalline. I made some off camera, which I'm not doing anything fancy like auto crafting with an... I know you can auto craft with extended crafting, I know that. I just hold down the shift button and I pull out the 10 stacks of lapis, the 4 stacks of diamonds, the 4 stacks of iron, the 2 stacks of gold, and the 4 stacks of nether star nuggets. Yeah, like I have it memorized. So I click all those and then I just hit the shift plus button and make 64 at a time. Since I've seen other people have problems, they use the packager and the unpackager to send the pattern, but then then they make the automation, and if you order more than 64, it ends up goofing and it sends like the parts all at the same time. Like, it'll send all of the diamonds first, then all of the lapis. It won't send one of each and craft. And if you order more than 64, it gets stuck, I think. You know, like it wants to continue sending the diamonds, but there's more diamonds in the buffer, so it gets stuck. So you have to make 64 at a time, which is kind of silly because then, you know, it's quicker to just pull them out of your system. And I mean, the way I have it with the wireless terminal, I can just shift click, 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 and then I have 64. Like, to me, that's faster than babysitting the automation on it. But I don't know, whatever. I mean, people can argue that point, right? We need a terrestrial artifact. Terrestrial artifact. Ooh, I haven't made it yet. Let's hope. I'm missing empowered void crystal and empowered emeradic crystals. So let me... Oh, yeah, all my achievements reset. I don't know why. Let me make a pattern for... Oh, I guess... Let me see. The packager and the unpackager. I'll pull this one out and this one out temporarily. They're both the same. And let's go back to Skynet. And I'll put you both in here. Which... Oh, I already have them. Oh, I guess I hit save on all of them already. So they are set in the system. I thought I only did the 3 that were required for right now. So let's put this back where they belong. And let's see. Empowered. Yeah, they're already in the system. Empowered emeradic. I'm missing aesthetic green block, which I believe is chiseled and zapped. What's it called? Chiseled quartz. Empowered. It should be chiseled quartz and atomic reconstructor shot with it. So the chiseled quartz, you can either use a chisel by hand or you can do the quartz slabs. So since we're trying to automate this, let's go... Wait, where am I? Here. There. Ugh, crafting. There you go. Emeradic here, there, this. We need this one. And then we need to teach it how to make quartz slabs. We also need to teach it to shoot it with the atomic reconstructor as well. There, we can make that. It is regular quartz, right? Block of quartz. Block of quartz Minecraft, though. Okay, I do have it. I was worried that I was thinking of nether quartz. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of marble. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of chisel marble and astral sorcery marble. So we have these 2 crafts, and then we also need the empowered. We need this guy, and this guy needs to go into the atomic reconstructor, which I'll have to do manually. Whoop. Okay. There we go. And let's see if I did this correctly. Molecular assemblers. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Man, I'm filling up. I might actually have to make that other tower. So let's see now. Empowered. Diamond. Make. I'll let you go. We also need the void. Empowered void, which we need basalt. Really? That looks like chiseled basalt. Void. Black quartz, black iron. Oh, I might have just made it look weird. I hit plus too quick on the pattern. Oh, and I have to... I can't pull the pattern from here. I need to... It's this pattern that needs to be changed, so I need to change it in both. Because the whole way that this packager works is both of them have to be identical. So let me put those back in here, and then let's see. Here we go. I'll remove that one. And then let's just grab regular basalt. Let me pull one out. Make sure. Basalt. Okay. And then this. And then save. Now it should be updated. And as far as I know, but I might be wrong, I don't think you can remotely grab these guys. But if somebody knows better, please let me know in the comments. Or come on the Twitch stream and tell me in person. That would be cool too. So let's see, did we get we did not get the empowered emeradic crystal yet. Because oh, I forgot to set the, what's it called? The range collector. Let's go this way, it's faster. Whap. Whap. Okay, so hopefully it didn't derez. Okay, there it is. And then range collector, whitelist, the aesthetic. There we go. And yeah, I have this system on always on, so that's how I was circumventing the problem with prismarine shards, because it doesn't make the entire stack. I think it only makes 16 of the stack at every time it shoots. So I was trying to fix it that way. So we can put this in the system and it should work now. Will it fulfill? Quartz slabs. Stored 4. Powered emeradic crystal block. Crafting. And I'm pretty sure I do not have the... What's this guy? That's the crystal. Let's see. I need to set this. Yep. Emeradic crystal block. I need to do one more step and I need to add it to the filter of insert whitelist emeradic crystal block needs to be added to the whitelist. And boom, there we go. So we have the emeradic crystal block, which, let me do this real quick, break it down, and then the void should work now. Same thing, I need to add the void. Black quartz, basalt, cool. I need to add void crystal block to the whitelist. Right here. Void crystal block to the whitelist, and nice. So we got that one going now as well. I'll break you down. I can do crafting for it. Terrestrial artifact. Thank you. Fusion. Okay, the resonant cell frames. That was one of the daunting ones. But we have those on Autocraft, and I already made a couple of them when I was testing it out to make sure that it would work. Draconic core. The Draconic core. The Wyvern core. And then I made one Wyvern energy core. Let's see. Wyvern core, and Wyvern energy core. That should be all of the items. Let me show y'all. I was testing to make sure that this works. The pattern is not that hard. I did a pattern with 1 Draconic core and 100 redstone, and I have it sent. Oh, and I didn't take it out of the system when I tested it. I have it over here. Since this guy over here, I have it set to dump items into a chest. And then these are all require destabilized redstone. So 20 or liquid cryothium. Like I have the math done so that when it sends these items, the magma crucible melts it and puts it immediately into the fluid transposer. And then I have it done, the math on the patterns done in such a way that the machines end up empty afterwards. So the Wyvern energy core, it needs 10,000 millibuckets of redstone, destabilized wet redstone. Wyvern, this guy. So I could make it in the advanced carpenter, but I believe this is the only one that needs 10,000 millibucket or destabilized redstone, and I just figured I'm using a fluid transposer and a magma crucible in this setup already. So I just counted, I did the math. One redstone makes 100 millibuckets of destabilized redstone, so 100 of these makes 10,000 millibuckets, which that 10,000 is required with a Draconic core to fill it as a Wyvern core. So I did it like this because this bad boy here, both of them are upgraded with resonant and have max 4 speed upgrades, so it's faster and easier for me to just do it like this. And let's see, the pedestals should be done by now. 4 pedestals, cool. And then we also need the most important item, the crafting core in the middle. So Iridium and 2 more pedestals. Okay. So let's go back to this guy. And what are we missing for 2 more pedestals? 2 blocks of black iron and 2 of the black iron slates. Black iron. 2 blocks. 2 slates. Did I throw them? I hope not. 2 slates and 2 blocks. That'll make 2 more of those pedestals that we need. Oh yeah, no, I'm not making it in the advanced carpenter. I'm making it in the regular carpenter. So I need 4 pedestals, which that's fine. 2. I need 2 more. 1, 2, and 2. And I need 1, 2. I need 2 more of the black iron ingots as well. Good thing I did the craft 100 at the beginning of the episode. There we go. And I need, what is it, crystal tine? Yeah, 3 crystal tine components. Crystal T components or crystal catalyst. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Or no, was it Iridium? Iridium. Okay, good. That's not that expensive then. Iridium. And then the pedestals should be done. Got 4 pedestals. And let's drop you in here. This, and this, and crafting core plus. Cool. And let me see if I can snatch it out of here before it gets sucked into the system. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's how the pros do it. And then, yeah, I don't know if I ever told y'all, I mirrored the same thing that I did on this side with the little glass case. Let me grab some oxygen. I don't think I'm gonna run out, but Now that I remembered it, it's better now than halfway through an explanation Char starts choking to death. Alright. So I'm going to manually do this one. 1, 2, and I realize the plug's there. 3, 4. Okay. Crafting core is going to go in the middle, and I need to set the extract blacklist to this guy so it doesn't immediately get sucked out. There we go. Whoop and whoop. Alright. And then this is going to be kind of, sort of cringy, I guess. Because I don't know how that, what keybind it is to pull everything off of your main hotbar, and how to then use a keybind to pull everything else into the hotbar. So manual for the win. Here, there, and there, and there. I know. I'm sorry. that here. Yeah. And this. That, and this, and that. You and you. Yeah, that's looking good. I love those particles. It's probably a lot of power. Nope, this. Still going. What is that? 0? That's 1 billion? 1 billion? Is RF and FE the same? I guess while we wait for this guy to go off, let's make these guys, they're kind of simple. We need 9 of these. Oh, cool. We got it. And that one just finished. So, fusion. Fusion. Ha! There we go. Fusion core. And what I think is appropriate is, let's put him here. So, 2 apart. 1, 2, 3, and then here. And then the basics. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is single mode item? Oh no! How do I take you out? Oh, really? Shift click and right click. Inactive. Okay, there we go. Wait. Inactive? Alright. Going on. 8 are required for crafting, and then our first craft is going to be this guy. We're going to be upgrading them later on. So there we go. Let me F1. We have our Fusion Draconic Evolution Fusion Core ready, and I'm pretty sure the first thing that we're going to craft together is going to be upgrading the Fusion whatchamacallits from basic to, I believe, Wyvern. Yeah, I think the next the ones is Wyvern. So we'll upgrade them to Wyvern because I think, I might be wrong, I hit U for use on these basic ones, and the only point to these basic ones is to upgrade them to the Wyvern ones, which is kind of silly to me. You know, like, why is it basic? Why isn't it Draconic blue, you know? And then going to purple, which is Wyvern, and then going to orange, which is Awakened Draconium. But they have basic ones in here. The only purpose is to turn them into purple Wyvern ones. Seems like an unnecessary step, but hey, I'm really glad we made progress today. It's a little bit longer of an episode than I was planning, but thank you so much for watching, and tune in tomorrow.